Well, hello everybody, my name's Mike. Me and my wife together, we are the Runaway Parents. We are a channel that covers off-grid living, off-grid camping. We have a Lance truck camper that was completely modified with amazing solar, Victron system. Go back and check some of our videos if you want to see some of that. We're just wrapping up some builds on our off-grid shop. Our whole property is completely off-grid now. The main focus of this video right now is going to be this battery right here. You know, I've kind of strayed away from 12 volt stuff. It's all been 24 volt, 48 volt. Renogy reached out and wanted to send their 240 amp hour solid state lithium battery. Kind of intrigued me. I wanted to go ahead and bring it to the channel, review it, show some of our camping people some 12 volt options, you know. There's some pretty big, bold claims about this battery. We're going to capacity test it. We're going to tear it apart. We're going to get in it. We're going to see what it looks like, test some of the features on it. Pretty impressive, everything on paper. So without further ado, we're going to unbox it. Let's take a look at it. All right, let's get this box open. I'll tell you right off firsthand, for a 240 amp hour battery, the box was pretty light. All right, opening the box up here, right on top, your user's manual is going to be right here. And looking inside here, you got a little bag of screws and some brackets. Assume that's for bolting to the side of the battery case. Long terminal screws and your short terminal screws right there. Nice thick cardboard box, some high density foam. That's what I like to see on packaging. A lot of your other battery companies could learn on this. This battery is completely encapsulated in foam, top, bottom, and sides. Good job, Renogy. I like that. All right, and you got corner protectors right here. So this battery is very well packaged, incredibly well packaged. All right, taking it out. Let's get that box out the way. Ooh, almost knocked the camera over. You're gonna have some plastic to get off of it. There we go, there's the first look at the battery. Very interesting build. Some things I haven't seen before. The cover for the battery is on the side. That is interesting. And one thing comes to mind right off the bat, the terminals are recessed. I'm a fan of that, I like that. I have not seen that on another battery yet. There's to show your side case cover here. You're gonna have some nice indentions right here for carrying it on each side of the battery. And there's your bolt holes on each side for the brackets that I was talking about. And right here printed on the top of the battery is all your specifications. Nominal voltage 12.8, rated capacity 240, rated energy 3072 watt hours, maximum charge current 240 amps. All right, looking at the business end of the battery here. Right here is gonna be your link connection, and that's where you're gonna, if you're running parallel batteries, you'll run your link in and link out right there. And this is for the Renogy, I think they're Core 1, I believe it is, their communications hub that you can plug in there. And right here's going to be your Bluetooth. And these are all, you got real watertight seals in them, because this battery is IP67 rated, meaning 6, it is dust proof, and the 7 meaning it is waterproof up to, I think, 1 meter or 3 meters for up to 30 minutes. Real nice server rack style terminals, positive and negative on each side. Real beefy, I like that. That's just the same thing we pretty much got on our server racks. So that's nice. Very nice looking battery. Renogy written on the front of it, solid state lithium iron phosphate. It's the Renogy Pro Series. All right, here looking at the user manual that comes with the battery. Gives you all your information in it. Wow, you got a nice little chart showing you how many amps you're pulling, the recommended size, the gauge cable size. I mean, you got tons of information in here. So the RJ45 7-pin CAN communication cable is going to be an option. It does not come with the battery. Seems like they would just include that with the battery. Very, very detailed user manual. All right, so there's going to be a lot to cover on this battery and the key features of it. Like I said, there are some bold claims on it. Let me just get into it here. I'm going to read right off the manual and tell you some of the things about the battery. And this is what I think is incredible. It can take a continuous charge and discharge current of 240 amps and a pretty good spread of operating temperatures. Reliable protection mechanisms on it. Designed to withstand sturdy internal structure for RV use, and includes more than 60 protections and alarms throughout the smart battery management system. Now, I did do a little research on it, and there's like different levels of alarms. Instead of your battery just shutting off completely and leaving you high and dry when the BMS trips or whatever, you're gonna get warnings on the app, and we'll go into the app a little bit later and show you how to set that up. The included semi-solid state battery Now, if you notice, the battery itself says semi-solid state. The box and everything says solid state. So it is semi-solid state. I mean, there is minimal liquid in the cells themselves. It boasts less organic solvents and electrolytes over the liquid cells, making them less prone to leakage and combustion. Even at higher temperatures, the electrolyte in semi-solid state cells remain stable and is less likely to decompose, greatly reducing the risk of battery swelling, separator shrinkage, and thermal runaway. An intelligent, high-power self-heating function. It's equipped with a 120-watt self-heating function to ensure that the battery will charge at low temperature. So that's just a few of the things they got listed right here in the manual about the battery. Now, as I was sitting here looking at the battery, going over it, I got a magnet right here. Sticks to the table, as you can see. Metal table, sticks to it. This case, this is not a metal case. I'm not sure what the case is made of, but it does not stick to the case. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get a capacity test started on it. Let's see where we wind up with this battery. All right, so we got our battery hooked up to the charger, and as you can see, the charger is at 0. We got a green light. We are 100% charged. We're gonna run through our battery monitor to the 2000 watt inverter, charging up our Anchor F3000. We're gonna pull a 0.2 C rate, which will be equal to about 615, 620 watts. And we'll let that run, and I'll get back with you guys, and we'll see where we wind up. All right, while that test is running, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the Renogy app. So right here, you identify your battery. Really nice home screen. Let me go back to that. Shows you your remaining time, discharge watts, your level. I mean, Renogy does have probably one of the easiest user-friendly apps I think I've seen. This is my first time dealing with the Renogy app. Gives you your maximum capacity, your present capacity, remaining time, present volts, present amps, heating mode status, the version. You can do over-the-air updates on it. Gives you your temperature. Right here, your cell status at the bottom. Touch your 3 dots at the top. Gives you the parameters info, all the information on your battery with alarms and everything. Then you touch it again. You can go OTA, check for updates. So there's no updates on this one. Back to device details. Really a super user-friendly, easy app. I do love their app. Big bonus points on the app. All right, we are nearing the end of our test here. The voltage is 11.7, and we're at 234.7 amp hours right now. And looking at the Renogy app, it's giving us a battery under voltage warning, battery cell under voltage warning at 0.8%. It says that we have 1.98 amp hours left out of, it's calling for 248.73 amp hours on the Renogy app. So we're going to keep an eye on it here. We're getting closer. 235. We are going to come in really close here. We'll see what happens. I do expect some efficiency loss out of my long cables I got going there to my inverter, but we'll see where we come in at. All right, we've now hit 0 amp hours on the Renogy app and 0%. We're at 237 amp hours, 11.5 volts. We'll see what cuts off first. Will the battery BMS shut us off or the inverter low voltage? There we go. We hit the rated 240 amp hours. I don't think she's got a whole lot left in her. We'll keep it going and we'll let either the inverter or the battery BMS cut us off. We'll see where we wind up at. All right, there we go. We have hit 241.1 amp hours. Well, that's a successful test. All right, so here is one thing that I noticed that I do want to capture and share. I have noticed that after every discharge and charge since we received the battery, the maximum capacity and the present capacity has gone up significantly. And every time from a deep discharge to a complete recharge during my capacity testing, we're now at present capacity of 252.78 amp hours, as you can see right there. And also on my charger, we're not completely charged yet, and so far we have put 252.3 amp hours into the battery. So just want to share that. I find that to be quite interesting. Leads me to almost believe that if I did another capacity test, we would get even more capacity out of it. So just sharing what I find. All right, so now let's open it up and let's take a look at the inside and we'll look at the build quality. So I'm not sure how really in depth I'm going to be able to get. I've seen some other reviews of this battery. People weren't able to get really too deep into it. I really would love to be able to actually see the cells and see what kind of cells we're looking at here. The screws are steel screws. That could be one failure point for a marine application. It would be really cool if they could go with stainless screws. This little bit of love here. There we go. That does appear to be an aluminum case. See where I scratched it? It does look like it's aluminum. All right, here we are looking at the inside of the battery. First thing you're gonna notice is this massive heat sink going across the battery. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna have 6 gauge cables going to the negative post. They're 200 degree, 600 volt silicone rubber, 6 AWG. Man, this is actually very impressive. See the numbers there, 12 volt, 240 amp hour Pro, version 1.5 of 23. It says on the BMS board. That is a Renogy self-developed BMS. All your connections glued so they don't come loose because this is mobile application. Wire routing, everything is just beautiful on it. Looking at the side, man, if you can see that positive cable, I'm not sure what size that it is, but that is an absolutely massive positive cable on there. I haven't disassembled a 12 volt battery yet that had a positive battery cable that size. Now, you know, one of my normal complaints is no expansion humps on the bus bars, but I think I'm going to let it slide on this one. That is absolutely massive, meaty bus bars on there. I can see the laser welds. I don't know if you can see them, but I can see the inspection marks for Q quality control. Really nice looking laser welds. And you're going to have one of the things I absolutely love on batteries when they have ring terminals and screwed in studs for all your balance leads and temperature sensors. And it appears that's what they've done on this one. The vent caps, they're not obstructed at all. Looking down in there, I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but I can just see them. Man, I would like to take everything out of here, but I really don't want to do it. There's bolts down there at the bottom. I don't think I'd be able to get back in. But I can see fiberboard in between the cells there. And if you look right there, you can see the heating pad. And you can also get a glimpse of it back there. See the orange? That's your heating pad across the bottom. Man, you can really tell a lot of engineering went into this battery. You got inspection marks on everything. I am not very sure what that is right there. I don't know if you can see it right in there. I'm not sure what that is right there. If you know what it is, leave it in the comments. The wires come up and they go to here on each side. Just have not seen that in a battery yet. And it's just, looks like it's just glued to the case. And another cool thing I noticed right here, that is a machined piece of billet aluminum. Looks like it's glued to the case, and that's where the screws to all the metal structure on this side of the battery bolts to it. Like I said, it's obvious a lot of engineering and research has gone into building this battery. To me, in my mind, it really absolutely justifies the cost of this thing. This is not something just thrown together. I'm really super impressed with this battery. All right, so there you go, guys. There you have it. That is the Renogy Pro S1 semi-solid-state lithium battery. I'm going to have to bring more 12-volt batteries to the channel. I know a lot of my viewers live and do the camper life, the RV life, and would like to get into solar. Not always can they do 24-volt, 48-volt, which I love, the 24-volt and 48-volt. So anyway, that being said, my final thoughts on this battery. I think it's a very, very high-quality battery. It's one of the better battery builds that I've ever seen on the channel since I started looking at batteries. Some really impressive things about it. Would I change a couple things on it? Yes, I would. Absolutely, number one, put stainless steel screws in it. You are, for all intents and purposes, have a corrosion-resistant battery. Aluminum case, marine applications. Let's get some stainless hardware on it. Really complete it. The terminals on the ends, I always have that complaint on these types of end terminals. The screws, they need to be recessed because some people could put their lug on backwards. You put it on like this, you're fine. If you put it on backwards, you will arc out your stud on the screw head right there. So I'd like to see those kind of recess back. I've seen a lot of batteries that do have that. They recess them in. Other than that, that is literally my only complaints on this battery. Is it worth the price? Looking at it and the engineering that went into it, 100% think it is absolutely worth the price. So if you like it, if you're interested in it, they do make a 120 amp hour version that's cheaper. This is the 240. I encourage you to check it out, see if it fits your application. And I'll leave a link in the description. Hopefully save you a little money on it, whatever I can do. With that being said, thank y'all for watching and go check this battery out. We'll see you guys on the next one.